Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakha Kwadash. Also as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well to this very day, that is feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And also as well, Shalom to the Hope elect that's continuing to labor in his work. And I'm also labor and continuing to labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. And the topic of this video is going to be entitled Righteousness is Returning. All right. Now, of course, and you already know how it goes. If the spirit, has it to where I change the title or add a little bit to it, of course, I'm going to move according to the spirit, like always. But, pursuant to the title of the video, this is pursuant to the recent occurrence or decision that was made by the SCOTUS or the Supreme Court of the United States concerning Roe v. Wade, and this decision that was taking place, you got some people that are celebrating, you got some people that are distraught, destroyed by the decision that was made, and really at the end of the day, it really doesn't make any sort of foothold concerning the scriptures, because prophecy tells you that this place of America, which is Babylon the Great in the Bible, is going to be destroyed. Okay, no matter what these devils do, because really at the end of the day, these devils, what they're trying to do is trying to meet their agenda, which is to have everything underneath their control. Okay, and this is one of the steps towards reaching that goal. So like I said before, you had people celebrating and you had some people mourning. Well, guess what? This doesn't end here. Okay, there's going to be even more things that are going to be taking place, more legislations to be passed that's going to shake these people's reality. Okay, because they've been living comfortably for so long that they forgot that this is real life. Okay, and when I say that, I'm talking about real life, living. Okay, being made alive, and how are we being made alive? How are we made alive? Okay, we made alive through the scriptures. Okay, through the Bible, the precepts. Okay, because this is known as the living waters. All right, and the scriptures speak about this practice of doing abortions and things of that nature, man. Really this goes back to child sacrifices. All right, because back in the ancient world, you had sacrifices being done to children, and they were making their children pass through the fire. Okay, and guess what? That practice was brought back today in the form of abortions. Okay, taking the children, all right, and which, yes, they are indeed children. Okay, they have life. All right, taking the children and sacrificing them. All right, in the womb and out the womb. All right, how do we know that? Because even out of the womb, all right, they deem whether you still want to have the child or not. All right, even though the child has a beating heart, the mind is working, and still they still give them the decision to delete the child, and that's straight wickedness, man. All right, and you wonder why America keeps getting just the way that it is. All right, and you wonder why America is going in the direction that it's going right now. Okay, including the people that are here, the inhabitants of Babylon. All right, but like I said, this is only a step towards these devils, what they're trying to do concerning their agenda, but also as well, this is another step towards the destruction of Babylon the Great. Okay, because these things which they had put into practice or put into legislations now is speaking up against them. Okay, we know this because now they're building an excuse to or they're trying to do everything that they can to keep the economy running. All right, and really the ones that are being affected by by Roe v. Wade, the ones that were being affected, or should I say abortion, should I say, really the ones that were affected the most were Edomites. All right, Because really, if you read the origins or you look at the origins behind it, really it was made for us to take part in. Okay, that's why you had what this person named Margaret Singer that created, or was the founder of one of the founders of Planned Parenthood. Okay, which that was also a straight demon. Okay, but the reason why it was set up, Planned Parenthood was for the excuse was that our people needed it, and when I say our people, I'm talking about the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, they're building an excuse to where they said that our people needed it. So and guess what? It was a time to where our people were getting all into it, man. All right, but now you're seeing a shift. All right, because Jake, now is if you notice, Jake has now been getting into things concerning the spirit, and even though it's not underneath the geist, or not geist, but it's not underneath the vibration of Yahweh Shemel Shai, they're trying to tap into the spirit now, but guess what? Even in that, the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai still has that number set aside for the ones that be delivered and the ones that be destroyed. So no matter what Jake tries to do, if they're not a part of the elect of the nation of Israel, then there's no point. All right, they might as well go back into the world. But not to get too far off topic, like I said, righteousness is now returning to the planet Earth. All right, and I say planet Earth. I'm talking about the planet Earth in itself. I'm not talking about the people that are here, because the people that are here are ready to be destroyed. Okay, because the majority of our people, they're not going to change. All right, they need death. All right, and that's what Yahweh Shai, who these people call Jesus, is going to bring. Okay, but as you see here on the screen, this is the face of defeat. Okay, this is the face of defeat, man. All right, these people are defeated. Okay, it's over. It's over for Babylon, man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the precepts that I have here. I'm not gonna be too long. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, and this is at verse 28. It says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come." All right. So that evil was sown back from the beginning. All right. During the time of Adam. All right. And you're seeing the result of that today. Again, that's why you have practices like this, like abortions. Among many other practices. Okay. On the planet Earth, and now, like I said before, or I said earlier, is that you're seeing a transition from one side to the other. All right, from the left to the right. Okay, which the right represents our righteousness. Okay, that's just like. All right, slack you. Let me go in airplane mode for a second. But yeah, so like it says here, slack you. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 26. Start a few verses up. It says, "Then answered he me and said, The more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away." Right, so the world, this current world that we're living in right now, is hastening fast to pass away. All right, and I'm talking about this age. Okay, it's not talking about the planet Earth in itself. The planet Earth is still going to be here. All right, but this current age that we're living in, all right, Esau's world. Okay, which again, Esau is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. Okay, his world is being destroyed and it's passing away. Okay, so right now it says, "And cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come." All right, and what's the promise that in the time to come that's given unto the righteous? All right, the promise is that we are to be brought back, all right, to the land of Israel, all right, and receive the kingdom, okay, to be delivered. That's the promise, okay. It says, "For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities," right? And you see it, man. All right, the earth right now is on life support because of this man being in rulership, okay. It's slightly being sustained, man. The only thing that's sustaining the planet Earth right now is through the will of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. That's it, man. All right. If it weren't for the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, man, this earth, the earth, nothing, you will see no life here whatsoever, man. All right. But the Lord has left a remnant, all right, to preserve life. Okay. The Lord has left a remnant to preserve, righteousness on the planet Earth. All right. And that's what you see with the men of the Lord, which Lord's will, we're a part of that number. Okay. It says, it's like it said, but as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Right. So the evil has already been sown. All right. But the destruction is not here yet. All right. But guess what? We're near. All right. And how do we know that we're near the destruction of this place? By way of prophecy. All right. Look at what's taking place around the world. Look at your current events and news. Your geopolitical news that's being broadcast. Look at what's going on around the world today, and you see that this place is going right outside the door. All right. This place is on its way out. This current society and this rulership is being brought down steadily and speedily. Okay. It says, verse 29 says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, right, which is that wickedness, right? So if it's not turned upside down, because right now everything is turned upside down, man, by way of this evil that was sown. Okay. Pursuant to Isaiah, I believe it's the 29th chapter, all right, where it says, surely the turning of things upside down will be esteemed as the potter's clay. Okay. So this man has turned everything upside down. What is that talking about? It's talking about things which are righteous now looked at as wicked. Okay. And the things that are wicked is now looked at as righteous. Okay. But now guess what? Now the order is being set back to its proper place. Now the things that are righteous are being made righteous again. Okay. And things that are wicked are being seen as wicked again. Okay. And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, which have put the spirit on his men to publish this word. Okay. Because as this word is being published, you're seeing things happen. Okay. As these words are being spoken, these words are literally jumping off the page. All right. And it's happening right before our very eyes as we continue to speak. All right. But, so it says here again, it says that therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down. And if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. Right. So if the thing which is sown, which is wickedness, be not turned upside down, in other words, being turned right side up again. Right. And the place where the evil is sown pass not away, and where and the evil is sown, where was that evil sown? Okay. Or should I say, where is that evil being published or perpetuated throughout the four corners of the earth? All right. It's Babylon, man. Okay. Babylon the Great. It says, then cannot it come that that is sown with good, right? So if this does not pass away, then that which is good cannot come. Okay, because you can't have two. I want to say entities, for lack of a better term. You can't have two things or two entities, present at the same time, man. Okay, why? Because that's a war. All right, and you see that today. All right, you see the war between the righteous and the wicked. All right, so right now it's wartime. Okay, because the wicked is still trying to hang on to their rulership on the planet Earth. All right, and the righteous is taking it back by force. All right, pursuant to Daniel the 12th chapter, where it says, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right, forever, ever. All right, but slack it. Get over real quick. But yeah, reading on, right, verse 30 says, for the grain of evil seed has been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time, right? And you see that this is the result of that evil being sown. Okay, and guess how much it grew? All right, It says, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? Right, and we're close to the time of threshing. All right, and I got to, I got to do that. I got to do a video again on threshing, man, or on the threshing season. Okay, because we're here. All right, the threshing is about to commence. All right. Yeah, so that's it on that. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, and it's at verse 1. It says, keep silence before me, O islands. All right, and if you look at the word islands, all right, it means either a so-called country or a so-called region. All right, or a country or a region. All right. So it says, keep silence before me, O islands. Is talking about, really, the word islands is talking about the nations. All right. It says, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near, then let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment. All right. Who raised up the righteous man from the east, called unto his foot, gave the nations before him, and made him rule over kings. He gave them as the dust to his sword, and as driven stubble to his bow. All right, and there's that word bow. All right. So it says here, it says, and have driven stubble to his bow. All right. How can a bow, just throw a little extra, gas on the flame? All right. How can you make things stubble by using a bow? All right. So what is this talking about? Okay. It's talking about those missiles. Okay. This is the bow that's able to create or to create. I want to say create stubble, or to have it to where the aftermath of something is reduced or turned into stubble. Okay. And that dust, like it says here, the dust to his sword. Okay. That dust represents confusion. All right. So again, it says here, it says he gave them as the dust to his sword, right? That's and that's really the Lord Yahweh Basham Shai through his son Yahweh Shai, Slakia. That's going to bring forth the sword, okay? And everybody that have rebelled against Yahweh Basham Shai is going to feel it. All right. So yeah, that's it on this. Yeah, so it says, who raised up the righteous man from the east and called him to his foot. All right, and that's where we're going back to. We're going back to the ways of the east. Okay, and it says, and called him to his foot. All right, and what does that mean? It means that now we're standing on our feet. Okay, so I'm going from there. In the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 29 is in verse 16, right? And it's the scripture which I was quoting earlier. It says, surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. All right, see that? So the things which are turned upside down are esteemed as the potter's clay. Why? Because this man, all right, Esau Edom, has perpetuated, these certain legislations as the supreme law. Okay, and guess what? Now that supreme law, all right, is now being shown to be a detriment to him. All right, and not just him, everybody that's here on the planet Earth, including us. All right, because really these legislations that's being put up is to continue to oppress our people. All right. So reading on, it says, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he hath no understanding? All right. And that's them going back on their word too. All right. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, concerning Roe v. Wade, that was a decision that was based off, what they investigated or what they found, But now they're backpedaling, all right? And any of the laws, or any of the things which are written within the Constitution, all right, can be omitted, or put in, man. And they show you that over the years, all right? And you got these patriots saying that, well, it's unconstitutional for this and that. Well, guess what? The Constitution it's not even in effect today, all right? Why? Because the laws are continually being changed, okay? Even though, they still, prop up that these people have certain rights, or things of that nature. But guess what? Those rights are not really rights, all right? No, those are privileges, okay? You have the privilege to speak freely. You have the privilege to, to carry, firearms, You have the privilege to do, certain things concerning your rights, man, or so-called rights, where they lay it out, okay? But guess what? Just how you have a privilege, guess what? Those privileges can be taken away easily, all right? And you see an example of that today, all right, with the overturning of the decision concerning Roe v. Wade, okay? Like I said, it's not going to stop here, man, all right? But like the scriptures say, the thing that framed it, all right, is saying that he has no understanding, okay? Because the earth and the things that are here, all right, everything that you see, all right, concerning life is speaking up against this man's rulership, and his legislations and his laws that he has passed, okay? And the earth has continued to fight back for years and years and years on top of years, all right, to preserve itself, all right? Yeah, so that's it on that. I'm gonna go ahead and close out on that note. But like I said, you're still to this very day seeing a transition, all right, from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And guess what? We're gonna continue to see that, man. All right. So be on the lookout for more things to come. Okay, and more things are gonna be put in front of these people. That's gonna is even gonna further the breakdown of their fantasy world. All right, and they're just gonna have to face reality in the time to come. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone everywhere to this day. And Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Continue to labor in his work and labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, Shalom.